What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Aries sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of March 21st and April 19th, then you are an Aries sun sign, and this video is for you. In today's reading, we're going to be doing what I like to call the Halloween or Samhain spread. Halloween or Samhain is a time when the harvest is ending, and the veil between the third and the fourth and higher dimensions is thinning, and there's kind of a blurring between our physical reality and the reality of the non-physical energies. And it's a time for celebration in the Wicca tradition, yes, but it's also a time for retrospection and introspection, and that's what the spread is designed to do. This spread is going to tell us what to embrace and what to let go of at the time of Halloween or Samhain, depending on which you celebrate. It's also going to tell us what courage surrounds you and what fears surround you, as well as what to celebrate and what to contemplate at this time. So this spread is designed to give you some clarity into how to best approach this holiday of Halloween or Samhain. Today we're going to be using the Druicraft Tarot. I thought this would be the perfect tarot deck to use. It's a deck that's based in Druidry and Wicca, and that is exactly where Samhain comes from and the reason why we celebrate Halloween. So I thought it would be perfect. So that's what we're going to be using today. Let me introduce you to my crystal allies. I've got my sodalite sphere here, which I keep with me for every reading. I've got my sunstone sphere here to bring some energy and vitality to the reading. And I've got indigo gabbro, also known as mystic merlinite. And the energy of this stone is one that kind of helps to bridge the gap between the physical world and the non-physical world. And I thought that would be a perfect crystal to have with us today at this time of Halloween, at this time of Samhain, when the lines are blurred anyway. This is going to help us bring down energy from the higher realms and information. So thank you to all my crystal friends. So if you guys would please give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards the question: what are the energies surrounding Aries sun signs at the time of Halloween or Samhain? Alright, that ought to do it. We will cut the deck and deal out 6 cards. Very good. And while we're at it, let's go to another deck based in Druidry. This one's called the Druid Animal Oracle, and we're going to ask you what message it has for Aries sun signs at this time of Halloween or Samhain. What message for Aries sun signs at this time of Halloween or Samhain? And we'll take a look at that card at the end. Alright, so before we get into this reading, let me just explain that the top half of this reading symbolizes the light side, the positive side, and the bottom half of this reading symbolizes the dark side or the shadow side. So keep that in mind as we go through this reading. And the first card we're going to look at is the life card, and it represents what to embrace at this time of Halloween or Samhain. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Give me a moment to go into this card. Alright, so the feeling I'm getting from this card, Aries friends, is that there needs to be a greater connection to your emotions. And this could mean a whole lot of different things to a lot of different people. But and this is a general reading, so not everything's going to apply in a specific way. But the feeling I'm getting from this card is that there needs to be I don't know how else to say it, but a understanding of the emotions, a connection to the emotions, allowing your emotions to occur and not repressing any of them, and really allowing them to impact you and give you a lesson. And that's really what emotions are about. They're about lessons, and each emotion has a little lesson in it for us, about what we want, about what we don't want, what we should move towards, what we should move away from. And if you're not connected to your emotions, then you kind of miss those messages, and that's a very sad thing, because then you're kind of not really having a direction. And that's why so many people who do repress their emotions feel like, kind of lost in this world. And it's because in a sense they kind of are. And so this card is suggesting that at this time of Halloween, at this time of Samhain, you embrace your emotions. Don't repress any of them. Don't stuff them down so that they can fester. Don't ignore them. Don't gloss over them. They really are there to show you something. And so the Queen of Cups is a person. Don't get confused with the gender. Gender doesn't matter. But as a person who's really does have a feminine energy, but not in a gender specific way, but a lighter, softer energy where she kind of understands that her emotions or his emotions are something to be valued and treasured. And that's what you should hold on to this Halloween, is allow your emotions, guys, because like I said, there's a little message in each emotion for you, and they help guide you and move you towards your ultimate path. So you got to pay attention, and you can't just if your life is so busy that there's no time for emotions, then we got a problem. You got to slow down, and you got to make time for your emotions and make time to feel them and understand them. All right, this card here represents death and what to let go of at this time of Halloween or of Samhain. We've got the Fairlit, also known as Temperance. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Fairlit? I don't know. I don't speak Welsh or Gaelic or whatever it is. So I'll give you a moment to go into this card. All right, very strange message here, but I'm getting the idea of control, of desiring, of being in control, of being the one in the driver's seat. And this is what you should kind of work on letting go at this time of Halloween of Samhain, Aries friends, is desiring to be in control, desiring to have the final say, thinking that you can dictate every little thing in your life and that you're going to control it, you're going to take it into direction. It's a very egotistical thing. It's a very masculine thing. Like, I'm in the driver's seat. We're going to stop when I want to stop. We're going to eat when I want to eat. We're going to make good time. Right? It's that kind of mentality that kind of is pushing yourself away from spirit. And it's you can't fight it. It's like swimming upstream, right? I made this analogy in another video, but it's a lot like when you're trying to control your life to that degree. It's like swimming upstream. You for a while you're going to be able to fight the energy of what is. You're going to be able to fight it, and you're going to be able to control and dictate where you're going. But eventually you're going to get tired out. You're going to lose stamina, and you're just going to have to stop fighting. You can't do it anymore, and then the river or the energy is going to take you where it wants to go anyway. And you did all that work. You wasted that time. You wasted that energy for no reason, and you're still going where the universe wants to take you. So why not, at the beginning, relinquish control and realize that you don't have as much control as you might think. And at the same time, you have all the control. And it's a paradigm, yes, I understand, but you have all the control to use this energy that's pushing you in the best way that you possibly can in this moment. And that is control. And that is wisdom and understanding that you can't really fight it. You can't fight it. You can't fight City Hall. You can't fight the universe. And that's what this card is asking you to let go of this Halloween or this Samhain. Is let go of the idea that, yes, I want to make sure everything is in its right little place just the way that I want it to be, and that's never going to happen. Just never. So use the energies around you to your benefits in the best way possible, and you are doing everything that is under your control, okay? All right, so this card here, to more positive things, represents your courage. And we've got the Seven of Cups. Okay, this card suggests to me that your courage lies in being open to many different possibilities, being open to the idea that, anything could happen at any moment, and that anything is really possible, anything is possible. And it's that mentality that does take a lot of courage, because in order to have that mentality, you kind of have to get rid of or shed off a lot of the programming that's put into us by society, which kind of puts us into little boxes of possibility. And our society forms our belief systems, and our belief systems create our reality. And if you have limited belief systems, you have a limited scope of reality. But I get the feeling here, Aries, that you guys are the type to really be open-minded. You're the type to accept all possibilities as being possible, and you're able to imagine and to dream. And that's a gorgeous thing. Gorgeous. And that's a beautiful thing to be able to do, because it allows you to create more and a wider variety of things. It allows your ideas of what's possible to expand, and through that expansion you allow that reality to exist in your world. So that's great for manifestation. That's great for setting goals, because you're able to set loftier goals because you know that more is possible. So that is your courage, and I think you guys need to hold on to that, because it's helping you so much. It's helping you to manifest. It's helping you to explore and have adventures and all the great things that make life exciting. So keep that up, Aries friends. You're doing a great job on that front. But we're going to move now to fears. This card represents your fears at this time of Halloween and Samhain. And we've got the King of Wands. Give me a moment with this card. Oh, yes, another card about control. The King of Wands is someone who gets what he wants at all times. The actions he does bring the results he wants. And I think that's a little bit of a fear that that's not going to happen. Like, if you put in action, you might not get the results you want. And that's a fear. It's a fear of not having control, not being in control. And this theme has popped up twice now. And I think that it's something to be looked at. So now that it's come up twice, of fearing not being the one in charge, not having control over your life, fear of things not going the way you want them to. And again, it goes back to the analogy of swimming upstream. You gotta release that control, and it's not serving you. It's good. It feels like you have security when things are working in your favor. They're working the way that you want them to. You feel secure and safe, but that's just an illusion. That's a false sense of security, because when it comes down to it, we're all at the whims of the energies of the universe, and not that there's fate. I mean, you control your own fate 100%. But at the same time, you can't fight what is around you. So it's a fine line between control and just relinquishing all control. There's a fine line. And I think what I mentioned earlier about the river, where, you can still move down the river. You're allowing the river to take you. You're moving down the river. So universal energy is pushing you. But at the same time, you can still swim. You can choose which direction you're going in. And that is your choice. But as long as you're moving with the current and you've given up some, not all, but some of the control that you feel you need, if you give that up, I think a lot of your fears will dissipate, and I think you'll live a happier life. Remember, this is a general reading. Not everything is applying to everybody, but that's the sense I'm getting for a lot of the Aries friends of mine, okay? All right, this card here represents what to celebrate at this time of Halloween or Samhain, and we've got the Ten of Cups. And look at this. 1, 2, 3. All cups, Aries friends. A lot of emotions. And I think what this card is suggesting is to celebrate your family, celebrate your friends, celebrate those close relationships that have enriched your life in so many ways. Celebrate your happiness and how happy you truly are when you strip away all those fears, you strip away all those worries, you strip away all those desires for things that you want to possess. When you get rid of all that, you are left with your true self, and your true self is just so happy. It's got everything it needs. Once the ego is removed, your soul is already happy. It's a matter of you understanding that through the ego. Once your ego can understand that everything's great, then your ego might start following suit too and stop giving you reasons to complain about the way things are going. But that was a little tangent. What I'm trying to say here is that this is a great time to show appreciation for your friends, your family, your life that you've created for yourself heretofore until now. You've done a great job and you've got everything you need to be blissfully happy. So celebrate that happiness. Celebrate all the work that you've put into to getting to this point, and show gratitude for the people in your life. Show love for those people for choosing you to spend their life with. That is a monumental thing, and that's something that we often take for granted. And at this time of Halloween or Samhain, this card here is asking you to show appreciation for those things and gratitude, because it's so easy to overlook. It's so easy to forget and take for granted. And once you take it for granted, then you're kind of working against that energy that has been bestowed upon you so graciously. So show some gratitude, and I think that'll help you a lot. This last card here represents what to contemplate at this time of Halloween or of Samhain, and we've got the Ace of Wands, another wand card. I think you need to contemplate the direction you're headed. What are the actions you're putting into your life right now? Where is your energy going? Is it going towards making money at a job that you don't really like? Or is it going towards creating the arts that your emotions want you to create, right? Those are just two small examples of how people invest their energy. And this card is asking you to really contemplate that. How are you investing your energy? Are you using your energy for your own highest good, or are you using your energy to kind of fulfill the wishes of society, of the programming that you've been indoctrinated with, that we all have been indoctrinated with? So this card is asking you to check where your energy lies, and if you don't like where your energy lies, put it into a different place. Send it into a different location. There's no shame in quitting a job that's bringing you down, right? You will find another paycheck, don't worry, right? And more than likely, if you search for a paycheck in a field that you enjoy and love and have passion for, then you're going to probably get paid tenfold. Because not only will you be paid in money, but you'll also be paid in happiness. And there's no quantifying that. There just isn't. So, for basically what I'm getting from this spread, you're emotionally speaking, you guys are doing great, Aries. Your emotions are doing well. You need to focus on them a little bit more, but I do feel them there, and they're if not at the surface, there's an undercurrent of emotions running beneath the Aries surface right now. So focus on those a little bit. You've already expanded your horizons, your ideas of what's possible. Celebrate your gifts that have been given to you. But at the same time, realize that it's not all about control, but you have to be very wary of where you're putting your energy. Are you putting your energy into something that you can't really control? That is wasted energy. Be judicious, be honest with what you can control and what you can't, and put your energies into the things that you can control, such as your passions and your excitement, and I think you're going to find just a happier life, okay? Alright, so that is a reading, but before we go, we asked the Druid Animal Oracle what message it had for Aries sun signs at the time of Halloween or Samhain, and we've got Ram in reversed. And I think the Ram in reverse kind of basically sums up everything I've been saying. The Ram in reverse is about, kind of hitting a wall, sort of, and, a wall of resistance. And rather than try to push through that wall and put all your energy into smashing through that wall, it's about finding a way around that wall. It's about relinquishing the control, the dominance, the need to just make that wall your, you know what I mean? To make that wall suffer because it's in your way. Rather than doing that, find a way around that wall and flow around the wall. Just like that river that was sending you in a specific direction. Yes, you're going to hit the wall, but water finds a way around. It doesn't keep pushing at the wall trying to go through it. It finds the shortest, easiest path around that wall, and it flows naturally without any extra energy spent. It'll just flow. And that's what the Ram here in reverse is asking you to do. Flow a little bit more with life. Stop butting your head against things. And if you do feel resistance, then all that means is that this is an opportunity for you to learn to relinquish a little control and to flow a little bit more with what is. Yes, there's an obstacle in your way. Okay, it sucks, right? But does it really suck? It only sucks if you try to dominate it. It only sucks if you try to destroy it, because you're going to waste all this energy and you're still not going to really put a dent in this thing. But if you can just go limp and allow the energies to move around and find the path of least resistance, then that wall was just a learning opportunity. That wall was a lesson for you. It wasn't an impediment. It was a lesson in flow. So apply that to your life. And how does that apply to your life when you hit obstacles, when you hit barriers? Are you going to keep butting your head against it till you have a headache? Or are you just going to just say, okay, if that's what you want to do, you stay there, wall. I'll find a way around, okay? So apply that to your life at this time of Halloween and Samhain, and I think you're going to be doing just fine, Aries friends. All right, so that was the reading. I hope you guys got something out of that. If you did, please consider giving it a like. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, got something out of it, and that I did something right. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about these readings. If you really enjoyed this reading, please consider subscribing. I release these videos very regularly, twice a month, and then a weekly reading every Sunday, and then a whole bunch of videos sprinkled in between. You don't want to miss out on any of that, so hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, if you want your own reading where I tap into your specific energies and I do a video reading for you, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description below. You can just click on that and get sent over there, and you can peruse all the different types of readings that I offer, and we can get to the bottom of any issues that you have together. Okay, guys? Aries friends, focus on love, focus on happiness, and stop trying to control everything, and I think you guys are going to be doing just great this Halloween or this Samhain, whichever you may celebrate. All right? So leave a like if you enjoyed this. Have a great month. Happy taroting. Peace.